On the weekly Dave Bike Coaches Show, I'm here with Coach Pike. Coach, haven't talked to you since the last game. Pioneers got their first victory, 50-42 over New Hampshire here at home. I talked to you briefly after that game, and then we had Thompson as well on the court. And one of the things that he said was, you really stressed to them in the second half of that game where offensively shots weren't falling and a lot of turnovers, that you just have to grind it out and you have to press through and you can't fold. And he said, in your words, you can't fold like an accordion. So assess your team's play that night. And I think in that second half, again, the ability to kind of grind out that win.
Well, Kevin Stevens, one of our former great players, he sent me an email congratulating me and said it wasn't pretty, but we got it done. And I said, I disagree. It was the prettiest win of the year. but it was an ugly game. I mean, they shot poorly. We didn't shoot much better. But you have to win a couple like that. New Hampshire, on the other hand, had won a couple of two-point games, and I think they're 4-1 right now, So you never know. That's why we play them. But like I said, we rebounded well. That's a big difference. Sometimes people don't understand. I mean, the players don't understand that rebound is finishing the defense usually, and we need that.
Talk about the play of your point guard, Thompson. He earned this week's Northeast Conference Player of the Week. He scored 24 of the 50 points that night, and he's had a nice start to the season so far.
Yeah, well, that was his best game, and we sure needed him. We only scored 50 or 52 or something, I forget, 50, yeah, and he had 24. So you seldom win without good performances, and we needed a performance like that on offense, and he got it done for us.
In that first half the other night, I thought junior Standah Allah really brought a good energy to the court. He had 11 points in the half, finished off the half with that big dunk on a fast break. He's been in the starting lineup now, I think, for 3 straight games. What has he been able to bring to the court for you?
Well, he's earned another start anyway, right? But, yeah, that's the way we had projected Stan to play, with that kind of juice, and fire. And we need him to, run the court, to follow up shots like he did, and hopefully that he'll build some confidence. I think that's one thing that he lacks a little bit, is the self-confidence, and only a player can get himself to self-confidence.
All right, Coach, entering this week here, you have 2 games against Northeast Conference teams. First 5 non-league games. Quick dip into the NEC here this week with home matchups with Mount St. Mary's and Wagner. What do those 2 teams bring to the table? New head coaches for both. What do they? What kind of problems can they present to you on the court?
Well, we're still working on our own problems, really. You know what I mean? We haven't even gotten into that. We had a couple of days off on vacation, and we had bad practice the first day back, a little bit better the next day, and hopefully today will be a good day. Again, we're still working with what we have to do. I mean, we played UMass is undefeated, but we had a chance to beat that. And Brown's having a good season, but we're terrible in that. So I think it's all about us more than the other team.
Is there any I know it's early, any special importance on the fact that these are 2 conference games?
Oh yeah, I mean the conference is the important thing in our level, and you need more wins than we had last year. We didn't get into the playoffs, so every conference game is important. It's kind of a double or nothing situation. You know what I mean? You're either going to be 1 game or 2 games ahead of the team or whatever it is, and we're behind them. So they're important. They're early in the season. I forget who I was talking. Billy Herring the other day, New Hampshire. He said how we were playing a conference. He said, "Well, does that affect you too much?" And I said, "I don't think so. It's not a situation that we dwelled on. Well, why did we play those December games and now we're into the conference? I don't think they're important games, and it'd be nice to try to grab a couple early."
Okay, Coach, like I said, Mount St. Mary's here at 7 p.m. on Thursday, and Wagner on Saturday at 2 p.m., both here in the Pitt Center. Coach, we'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you, Bill.